Good day. This is your Vancouver housing market review for September of 2025. The Vancouver market continues to be in a correction. Prices continue to slide down, although not really aggressively, and absorption continues to be below that balanced rate. If you look at the absorption for September of 2025, it was 9.14%. So what that means is that of all the houses on the market on September 1st, 9.14% of them sold in September. And that is below that balanced range of between 12 and 20%. So if you look back historically, we were doing, Vancouver was doing quite well right up until about August or July of 2024. Then you saw a fairly sharp downturn in the absorption, 10%, 10%. You had 3 months of 14%, but then again, it just flipped back down to 10%. And now we're down and we've got a couple of months of single digit. Sales of single family residential housing are actually fairly consistent. You see in September there was 520, September last year 517, not a huge difference. September the year before was 576, so it's down. You're still seeing some kickback from COVID in September of 2023. So if you go back to September of 2022, 533. So sales remain, basically level. Prices, when we do running averages and prices from, say, January of this year down to September of this year, and you look over here in this little line, fairly small print. So the average during those months, the average of the monthly averages was 2,108,000. If you do the same average from January of 2024 to September of 2025, that average was 2,200,000. So about about $100,000. That's about 5%. So they're not dropping, but like a rock or anything, but prices are inching down in the Vancouver area. There has been some reports of stirred activity or renewed activity in the Vancouver area. However, it's not really showing up in the stats just yet. Probably will in next month or the month after, and certainly into the spring. So summary, Vancouver market, fairly flat, downturning. They're definitely in a correction or a buyer's market.